The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Yo! Welcome to another edition of Chaz and Friends, presented by the 3 Count Podcast. It's the show where the opinions get tested, receipts get pulled, and nobody leaves without catching some heat. Tonight we got 3 awesome debates that are guaranteed to get the wrestling world talking. One championship reign is already over. Another company has fans arguing over how they book their biggest matches, and we're selling a legacy conversation that probably doesn't get enough attention. Did WWE prove something right about Sami Zayn? Is Tony Khan changing the game or hurting AEW by putting pay-per-view level matches on free TV? And when it's all said and done, where does Sheamus actually rank among the greatest WWE superstars of all time? Drop your takes in the live chat because we're reading comments all night long. And if you disagree with somebody on this show, well, don't hold back, let them know. I'm Chaz, this is Chaz and Friends. Let's get into it!
The following program is a collection of idiots talking about happenings in the sports entertainment world. It is meant to be comedically informative. The opinions expressed on this show does not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their bosses, platform, or whatever network they are on. There may be some out-of-pocket things said on this show because this is how we talk to each other. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further. Your homies. The 3 Count Podcast. P.S. Please do not sue us.
It's your boy, your nephew, your cousin. It's the Don. Chaz Evans. You're checking out the hottest podcast in the world, the 3 Count Podcast.
Hit him with a 3 count. Pin him to the ground and the crowd go wild, man down, know what y'all like. Hit him with a 3 count. On the top row, crowd already know.
There he is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, your cousin, your nephew. It's the Capital Region's best kept secret and the Dawn of the Mid-Atlantic. I'm Chaz Evans, the host of the hottest debate show in all of pro wrestling, Chaz and Friends, presented by the 3 Count Podcast. But this show is not about me. It is about my friends. So let me introduce to you my friends. Introducing first, he is the landlord of the Dog Pound. He runs this show. I really don't do anything, all right? I promise you, I'm only here to talk a lot of trash. But ladies and gentlemen, he is the producer. He is also the host of the critically acclaimed interview series called Now Entering the Ring, where you can catch all of those critically acclaimed episodes right here on our 3 Count Podcast YouTube channel and also in the archives of all of our audio podcasts. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, Lee is the Red Dog!
Yeah. Who put the music in here? That's right. The producer. This guy right here. That's right. The man.
Hit him with the left just to put him in their right.
That's right. The man representing the 308 and the 808 and everything in between. You know, the all pressure, no savior, the mile high Merc himself. Yeah, Red Dog. This guy. Ha 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 ha.
I don't know why I didn't think you were going to do that after we were talking about now that they have music on here. And you're like, yeah, and you played your theme song. I don't know why I didn't think about that. But anyway, introducing last but certainly not the least, all right? Featuring his cat. Ladies and gentlemen, he is our residential Fred Durst. I said it once and I'll say it again. He's probably the only logical person with the logical takes here on the 3 Count Podcast. And quite frankly, he's got bragging rights today. Ladies and gentlemen, he is your one and the only Graves that matters, Twitch Graves.
Who was the transitional champion? Who called it? Who, Chaz?
You did. You absolutely did.
What's my thing say under my name?
Support your local cult.
You're goddamn right.
I'll give it to you this week. Oh man, you look. Let me tell you something. It is insane to think that we were just ravaging over CM Punk, not CM Punk. I'm sorry, Sami Zayn winning the WWE Championship. He won it in Saudi Arabia in front of his people, just for 9 days later to lose it to my favorite, your favorite Phil, the Three Count Podcast favorite Phil in wrestling, CM Punk, and then goes back and says, "Hey, I'm on SmackDown." Oh man, but yeah, look, if you haven't done so, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button on all your favorite, all the platforms, or whether it's YouTube, subscribe, hit the like button on Facebook Live, but hit that like button on all the favorite social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, TikTok. We're all there at 3Count Pod, at 3Count Pod _ on X/Twitter, wherever you want to call it. I still call it Twitter. Hit that subscribe button, like I said, on YouTube for all of my podcast listeners who are listening to us on our audio platforms on Tuesday, because you are not listening to the live show on Sunday evenings. Shout out to all of you. But if you are missing it, if you haven't done so, hit that follow button, that subscribe button on your podcast platform, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, podcast.com, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcast fancy on. Definitely hit that subscribe button. Give us a 5-star frog splash review on all those platforms. Leave a comment in the audio podcast comment section, because that definitely helps out the show. It means that you're actually listening and engaging with the show. So definitely comment on the show. Other than that, let me send it off to my man Red Dog to let us know what's happening on the critically acclaimed interview show Now Entering the Ring.
Yeah, so I know I said that last week we were gonna get Worker Ant. His interview coming out, it did not. So we're definitely gonna be putting it out this week. So you guys will definitely get that episode. But also we're reloading up. So reaching out and getting back to some of the past guests and some people that will be in the future be coming out. Already had conversations with a bunch of people already. So we will have like a return to like Gypsy Mac, which is gonna be amazing. So to have her back on the show. LJ Cleary will also be joining us hopefully sometime soon. Siggy Dice, again, like we said, there's gonna be tons of names. We'll have a bunch of people come back on, and we're gonna have a lot of fun with those conversations. So we'll be on the lookout for that.
All righty, let's get this party started. All right,
So we got already some comments coming in.
already comments going on, so let's get it going. What's up?
What's up, Red Dog? Been a while. It's been a minute. What up? What up?
Here.
Hey guys, I'm late. That's okay. So is Chaz. Where's Lou? Deported.
I kept warning him.
What's up, guys? What's up? What's up? Glasses. Thanks.
They're not his.
They are mine. 9/10 of the law. That's possession.
That's true.
And I've had these longer than Jeremy ever owned them.
That's also very true.
Red Dog's glasses look like he's smashing shit. Yeah, your mom. Twitch, you doing good today? You keep them straight today.
I am the architect of chaos. I don't know what you're talking about.
Twitch is
exactly. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one.
Way wrong one.
All right, let's get this party going with Temp Check. Temp Check it. For those of you who don't know, that's where me and my friends, we give you our hottest wrestlers of the week.
Sorry.
And for a bonus.
Yo, hello, new viewer. Hey, what's up?
What's up?
Welcome to the show.
And for a bonus, we give you our match of the week. All right. We'll save Twitch for last.
Twist. We hit the temp check. There it is.
Yeah, there it is. Boom. We'll save Twitch for last, just because this has probably been like one of the greatest weeks of his adult life. So Red Dog, what you got? What's the temp check like?
All right. So let's start with our coldest wrestler of the week. Okay, I could say Conor McGregor. I could aim for low hanging fruit. I could.
He's not a wrestler.
First of all, is he an MMA fighter?
He's not a wrestler.
No.
Not a professional wrestler.
Don't worry about that.
Don't
worry about that. First off, chill out. Not gonna go after low hanging fruit. What I am gonna go after though is these fans who are both wrestling and fighting fans who put bets on that fight and did not get their money. That's what you get for betting on fucking mixed martial arts. Is this
Jake
whole
Paul.
dumbass idea that like, oh man, this payout is gonna be so great if Connor could just knock out Max Holloway, only to have his knee blown out and he has to surrender the fight. This this is an idea where like you have to like look at it and just say, man, listen, like some things you shouldn't bet on. UFC is definitely one of those things because you just I get it, the thrill of not knowing what's gonna happen and then you could be winning a lot of money could be great, but at the end of the day, it's just not worth it. So I like to me, I love watching mixed martial arts as a fan and as like a student of the game and understanding like the breakdowns of everything, but I could never bet on it, man. It's just so it's not there for me, so I can't do it. Um, Let me get my hottest wrestler of the week. And I'm sure you guys are gonna. I will adamantly agree with you guys who you guys are gonna pick. I'm just not gonna say that. I'm just gonna go with Willow Nightingale though. Big shoulder injury a couple months back. She just made a return. Now she's in first in line to compete for the women's title. So on AEW. So I want to throw out some love to Willow. Friend of the show. Definitely wanted to throw some love out to her. So, it's great to see her back. And then my match of the week. I'm gonna be fair, man. Like last week, last week, Lou, or I shouldn't even say last week, last episode, Lou is just not having it, and I'm so glad he's not here today because the Kenny Omega versus MJF match,
Talk to me nice. Talk
that
to
was
me nice.
that was a great match, and I actually watched it back twice because I was like,
I watched it 3 times.
I need to go back and just watch and just kind of learn. Yeah. So as a student, I wanted to watch it the second time, kind of break some stuff down. But as a fan, I wanted to enjoy it that night. So, yeah, it was great. So I enjoyed it so much. So yeah, that's mine. That's mine.
All right, cool. We'll keep it there. Yeah, that's my match of the week. All right, I don't care what anyone says. That match was absolutely fire. We'll get more into it when we talk about AEW and giving out these awesome matches on TV. But yeah, like you watched it twice. I watched it 3 times. If you want to count like that, the highlight video on YouTube that AEW put out on the match. So like yeah, there's nothing beating that this week. Even Sammy and CM Punk was a great match. But I mean, sucks for being the first match this week. And we always, the sucks for Monday Night Raw. They always have the disadvantage because they're on Monday, and then even when they're able to stick it through the week and still have a match off of Raw, it'd be the match of the week. But man, that Kenny Omega and MJF match was absolutely phenomenal. I don't care what anyone says. Go watch it. Go watch it twice, and then go watch it 3 times. The match was absolutely fire. You want to talk about suspending your disbelief? That match did that. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think Kenny was winning. But that match had me going. I have no idea what's about to happen, and I'm here for this ride. So yeah, that's my match of the week. My coldest wrestler of the week. Poor Sammy. Poor Sammy. Poor Sammy. I'll say it. I'll say Sami Zayn. It sucks to finally have this long journey. To have this long journey, get to the top, and just have that snake CM Punk take it from you. Just like that. It couldn't have happened to a better guy. I mean, as far as winning the championship, CM Punk winning the championship, not that whole thing with Sammy. CM Punk couldn't have happened to a better guy. Look, man, it's I we'll get into it as well, but like, yeah, it sucks. Like my man was ready to like walk out the door. And then Nick Aldis said, no, I got somebody. I got somebody. Yeah, I'm here for just to see this Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce brand warfare low key beef that we got going on, like the GMs beefing. Like I'm low key here for it, and yeah, But no, Sammy's my coldest. My hottest wrestler of the week. My hottest of the week is Kenny Omega. I mean, the past couple of months, folks were clamoring for another Kenny Omega title run. All right, here we go. We got it, and it's babyface Kenny Omega. It's not heel Kenny, so we could have some real fun with this. So Kenny Omega is my hottest wrestler. All right, Twitch, floor is yours, brother. He's about to go off.
Oh no, I'm gonna save it for the topic. My hottest wrestler of the week, Kenny Omega, by far. We wanted to see face Kenny Omega back. We wanted to see him back in the title picture. Tony Khan knocked it out of the fucking park with it.
Tony O'Khan.
Yeah, I'm on one today. Tony Khan knocked it out of the park with the booking on that. That was a phenomenal match. That's also hottest match of the week. That's the first time I think all three of us have agreed on that, honestly.
Yeah.
My coldest wrestler of the week is not a wrestler. It is that fuzzy ass Intercontinental Championship that one and only Trick Williams showed up with. Get that bullshit the fuck out of here. I like the eco-friendly championship that Daniel Bryan showed up with better. And that shit was hideous. That's it.
Yeah, the furry title. I can't, if I'm
Don't say it like that, please. We've got to find a different name. Don't call it the furry title.
No, it's not the furry title. No, but
No.
that is the most blackest thing I've seen on WWE TV in a long time. Is that
I just need you to understand that you keep saying furry title is going to inspire a whole group of people to start.
Yeah, it's too late now.
We ain't ready for it.
Yeah, no, we're not to be like, yeah, we got furry titles. I'm like, first of all, please do not say a title covered in fur. I don't care, but
Trick Williams bedazzled the Intercontinental Championship with fur.
All right.
We got coldest is Royce. Yeah, I can see why. Hobbs, yeah. Chaz, that's Ambu.
I know that.
Coldest number 2, Jack Swagger. Hey, yo.
I don't want to talk about Power Slap. Please don't listen. I don't want to talk about Power Slap. I don't want to talk about Power Slap because I don't have any nice things to say about Power Slap.
Nope.
And a certain person that was on Power Slap and he won their Power Slap match, and I am absolutely upset about that.
He slept him. All right, match MJF and Omega. Yep, we talking about that. No one talks about MJF's wrestling skills. Bullshit. We always do.
All the time.
Yes, please. Yeah.
You can put him over. If there's something about MJF, like he definitely has the ability to read and understand like what the moment calls for.
I see what he's saying. No, put his other response. I get what.
Yeah,
okay.
I got it. Because
Okay. Yes. Now, yeah. That's yes. Okay, that's fair.
Right.
Yes.
It is a fair, but I mean
that is fair. Yeah, because they don't talk about him being in-ring savant. MJF can literally move circles in that ring.
Yeah,
but they don't talk about it because of his. And it's facts. They don't talk about his in-ring work because of the mic skills. No, he's Mr. Gold point with that one.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with it. We don't talk enough about his wrestling skills because of his mic skills are so good. I agree. But it is crazy to see, like, and that's why I was like, we do because we get it, we see it. I meant in the IWC. Yes, that's facts. Y'all do because y'all knowledgeable. We try. Some of us do. Other of us just bait people and get them to react. He's also not here because he got deported again.
Don't stop fucking with me.
All right, let's kick things off, right? Biggest championship story coming out of WWE. All right. Before we get into the Sammy thing, I just want to let you know that Sammy is not getting a rematch at SummerSlam, by the way, to make matters worse. Just want to put it out. Sammy is not facing CM Punk at SummerSlam. He's nowhere near the title picture in SummerSlam. CM Punk is facing Cody Rhodes. Just wanted to put that out there before we get anything. But all right, here we go. Literally weeks, not even weeks. What is it? I think it's 9 days.
9 days.
9 days after Sami Zayn finally reached the mountaintop of becoming WWE champion, CM Punk is now your WWE champion. The title reign is almost over as quickly as it began, and fans are split. All right, some say WWE rushed through Sammy's moment. Others believe that this was always the plan. That Sammy was simply the bridge to get the championship where they really wanted it. Now, if you've been watching this show, you know that Twitch from day one that said that he was a transitional champion. So tonight we're going to find out whether or not WWE proved him right or whether they pulled the trigger too soon. So did WWE pull the trigger too soon by taking the championship off of Sami Zayn, or was he always meant to be a transitional champion? All right, Twitch, this one's all you, brother. Start this one off.
It was always meant to be a transitional champion. At some point or another, we have to. River, go. At some point or another, we have to accept that not everybody is going to be world champion material. And let me get this out right here and now. I loved Sammy when he first showed up. I loved him in NXT. I thought he thrived there. I loved him when they first called him up to the main roster. But something happened with Sammy along the way where I lost faith in him. I got tired of seeing him. I got tired of hearing him bitch and cry every fucking week. The bloodline brought it back where we started to see this rebuild of Sammy into, okay, maybe he is a possible world heavyweight contender. And then the bloodline fell apart. And now he's breaking up funerals for a gingerbread man. Like, I find it. Give me a minute, Cliff.
No. Hey, hallelujah.
I don't understand how we go from a great fucking talent with an amazing character, and I understand things change over time, to a man crying and beating up a gingerbread man. Like, and then now you're world champion, and you expect people to believe that you were meant to be world champion for a while? I don't see it. In my mind, you were always meant to be a transitional champion. They did not want CM Punk to beat Cody Rhodes for the title. So we put it on the next best person that we could have him beat. Sami Zayn. There you go. You get your moment. Now we get the title on CM Punk. We get CM Punk to SmackDown like we want. And now, boom, everybody's crying and complaining. Oh, Phil did this. Phil's a hypocrite. Oh, blah, blah. Sammy was never meant to be a long-term champion. I don't see it. I think he fit the mold to be the transitional champion. I don't think it's a punishment for him. I don't think it really was meant to be an, okay, we don't have faith in you. Here's a title to go lose it to this guy. Like, I don't think it was that. I don't think they really look at Sammy and see world champion. This guy's going to draw us money. This guy's going to put people in seats. This guy's merchandise is going to go through the roof. Sammy's not that guy.
All right,
Um,
what you got, dog?
I'm gonna be fair. I think Sammy is that guy. Just the problem is that again, it's too late. You know what I mean? Like we've talked about this before. Whereas like here's this guy who comes out of NXT. He's on fire. He shows up on Monday Night Raw. He blows out both of his shoulders before he ever gets in the ring and has this bomb ass match with John Cena. And we're like, this is crazy. And then like he comes back after his injuries. Both his shoulders get fixed. He comes back to that injury, and he starts tearing out the house again. And we're watching him work, and we're doing all these things, and we're putting on championships and stuff like that. And then like all of a sudden out of nowhere, like everything comes to a screaming halt. And now we're putting him in all these like funny angles and stuff like that because a certain old man really just didn't understand like what his whole thing was. And then they had him in that gimmick match with the guys from Jackass, which but I like that match too. I will put it out there. I like that match. Here's what I liked about Sammy though is that Sammy's very versatile. We can see that he got like all these different kind of characters in line. And once he became like the locker room leader, and then like transitioned into like just becoming one of the guys with the bloodline, like it got raised up a whole bunch of levels. And I think at that time, the time to capitalize and putting the title on him would have been in like I think they were in Montreal when he had that match, and in Canada with Roman. That would have been, if any time would have worked, it would have been that time. Unfortunately, it was during the run of to WrestleMania, and unfortunately, it was not going to be the right time to put it on because WrestleMania is right there. Cody and Roman are clearly the bigger match, and he was just kind of like a walkthrough championship, right? Like Roman was going to walk through him, and it always seems that like Sammy is always that guy that's always going to be. He's going to be the guy that like if he'll elevate you to that next level, but he won't be that person that gets elevated until he won that championship and in Saudi Arabia. I called it, and we talked about it on the show last episode and the episode for that. I called it like the only time they were going to put the world championship on him was when he was in Saudi because he was so over in Saudi. But unfortunately, yeah, he was never going to be a full this long championship run. And even if we do consider him to have a long championship run, it's probably going to be like A cycle run, right? So I'm talking about like a Royal Rumbles to WrestleMania or WrestleMania to SummerSlam or SummerSlam to Survivor Series. Like that's just what I mean. Like it's just that he's a book four. He's gonna be one of those guys, and he's gonna transition out. Like he's just gonna be the guy who he's just holding it for the next guy that's gonna be coming in anytime. And and we saw that today. We saw this last week. 9 days was his championship run. Like we didn't even have a chance to kind of like get over enough with the crowd, especially with the new merch that they just put out with the Sammy, the last good guy is a was it the last real good guy is a champion? Yeah. So we didn't even get a chance to like really digest that.
All right. So, eh, my he's transitional. All right, and I think we kind of all agree on that point. I think there's a stigma there's this real stigma behind transitional champions and the whole idea of having a transitional champion, and I think that it gets over blown out of proportion. Like you said, Sami Zayn was always transitional. That was always the case. I think SummerSlam was always penciled in CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes. Now, how we got there is probably convoluted. They probably should have never put the title on Sammy to avoid all of this. I don't see why you couldn't have had Cody hold the belt to SummerSlam and then just move Punk over to SmackDown and do it that way. But I get it. They went for the feel good moment, and it's a swerve. So I I don't think they I don't think it's anything wrong with this. I think this is fine. I'm just it's business as usual. Sami Zayn got he has on his resume he's won the WWE Championship, and I think that's at the end of the day that's probably more meaningful than anything else. Is that in the history books, no matter how long, far down the line, how many years go by, you go back in history of that title, Sami Zayn's name is on there. And you don't look at how long they held it. You always look at how many times. And as long as you're in there once, hey, career well done. And hey, he's a Grand Slam champion.
I don't take that away from him. I just feel like if you were going to put a major title on him, the opportunity to do it was been when he was white hot in NXT.
Agree. I agree. I absolutely agree.
I also think that you build up another run for him to like get white hot like organically with the crowd. You build that opportunity up for Saudi Arabia.
If you can stop making him look like a crybaby, yeah.
Well, and I think that's the idea because I don't think he was meant to be getting over anyway, and like he was getting over with the crowd. I think they were looking at him like he was supposed to be like this heel kind of bitching and chicken shitting out, but then like he started like the crowd got behind him because you could tell the crowd naturally wants to get behind Sammy, but they need Sammy as a heel, and if they're gonna get Sammy as a baby face, then they're just gonna then just make him into a baby face and then let him run all the way up, and you can have Punk transition into like a heel kind of like because he does that really good too. but the crowd is naturally behind Sammy. So keep Sammy hot, like just keep him boiling, and then like when it comes to the Survivor Series, bro, like that match and let him go, and then have him win the Rumble and have him go challenge in Saudi Arabia against CM Punk or against Cody or against I don't care Drew McIntyre. A broomstick. It doesn't matter. He's gonna get like crowd's gonna get behind Sammy because they want the Saudi crowd's gonna want Sammy to win, and that would be the time that you would let him hold like 3 or 6 month title. Let him run it. I think the disservice was the 9 days to CM Punk or to Sammy, right? Because here's a guy that's been in here for a while. You could have given him like another couple of weeks because like even Bray. When I think about Bray being a transitional champion, like he went to the next pay per view and dropped it at a major event, not like a random Raw. You know what I mean? So like Cena held it, he loses that Elimination Chamber, Bray takes it, and then he drops it. At Mania. And I think we can get that same thing with Sammy, where we get to like Saturday night main event, drops it to Punk. Like you could do that there, but who am I? I'm just a random dude.
I think my biggest issue though is we've seen the heel crybaby role so many times. We just got done watching Drew McIntyre do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like that I feel like that's a major thing that rubs me the wrong way about it, is because we know Sammy is a great wrestler. We know he can talk on the mic when we give him the opportunity to. But you are stuck in this role that we just got done watching somebody else do, and we saw how trash it was for them.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, but I think if anybody's gonna pull off that role, Sammy does it a lot better. He's done it before. Sammy does it a lot better than what Drew can. It doesn't make in our mind. To be fair, in our mind, it doesn't make sense for Drew to have that kind of role
No,
because we
not at all.
see Drew as like this like Scottish nightmare badass who's just gonna run through everybody. Whereas Sammy, he doesn't have that same power physique that Drew has. So when we see Drew do it, we're like, he's just being. Doesn't make sense. I hate this.
Yeah.
Sammy, Drew loses. Drew doesn't. Drew gets upset. He Claymore somebody, right? And then the next week, what does he do? He's just running through Claymore and people, and that makes sense to us. We're like, yeah, he's a big dude who's pissed off. He's just gonna annihilate everybody. But we see it with Sammy. If Sammy came through and Haluva kicked everybody, we were like, that's not the Sammy that we see. We see the Sammy that's
It's the
the
physique that throws it off.
yeah, 100%.
All right. Final thoughts on this one. Go ahead, Twitch. What you got?
He just wasn't meant to be that guy. It's too late.
All right, dog.
Yeah, I think if anything, I do. I agree with Twitch. Like it should have been when he came back from the shoulder injuries and like the crowd's really behind him. And I think the other part is like, you've got to find like the role that's going to work for him when he decides to turn heel, and whatever you guys were trying to accomplish beforehand, that wasn't the role.
Yeah. Yeah. He was always supposed to be transitional. I think that's the case. He was always supposed to be transitional. I think even when they were going to give him the title, I do think it was told to him like, hey, we're going to give you the title. We want the pop here in Saudi. We want the internet clicks for the social media rollout for the next week, but you're losing it to Punk and wherever they were, wherever the heck they were at on Monday.
And they went to Chicago.
Right. Yeah. Right. They're in Chicago. You're gonna lose to the Punk. You're gonna lose to Punk in Chicago.
Why is it that every time we're in Chicago, Punk wins the title?
Because it's that like,
or he makes that return because the Survivor Series was also
he got that Goldberg return.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
All right. Here we go. So yeah, go to the comments real fast to see what the folks are talking about. I won't, right? I'm okay. I'm okay with Cody.
I'm not.
I'll be the minority.
Wave to them. I like it. It's a character. Yeah, the gingerbread man is very Russo-ish.
I won't even say that's Russo-ish. That's very VKM.
I'll be fair. I liked the gingerbread thing.
I fucking hated it.
Yeah,
It
I'm a simple.
overstayed its welcome. I was with it,
It
and
did
then
overstay its
it
welcome. I will.
overstayed its welcome. I was with it at first. It was cool. It was a nice little gimmick, but
It
it
was
it
fun.
overstayed its welcome. It was
Yeah,
a couple weeks too long.
yeah. I'm a Sammy fan, but face it, Sammy just won. The same reason why Jinder got the title. Well,
That's that. You
no,
can argue that. You can argue that.
yeah, no. It's because if that was the case, it would have been 10 years ago that Sammy would have won the title. Again, it goes back to Twitch's point. Like you would have hit it when it was red hot, but or actually you would have hit it 3 years ago when they said that Sammy could start coming to the country. Because remember, he wasn't
He
allowed
wasn't.
because
He's
Right.
serious.
he's Syrian. Yeah,
Correct.
so he wasn't allowed in the Saudi. But the crowd was crowd was hyped with him and stuff like that, and they started cheering for him. And so the Kingdom of Saudi had to listen to the fans and allow him to come through. Um,
That's why
Ginger
KO
got it
can
because they
show up.
opened up they opened up the new territory in India, and that's why I did put on Ginger was
Yeah.
that was it. That was the reason behind it. Sammy wins the internet for his Uzi comment. Absolutely. Sammy and KO feud pending or tag team? Tag
I don't
team.
think KO is coming back.
I think he's back. He was hitting in the back. Was it last week? He's chilling in the
Yeah, but
back.
there's a lot of talks of him taking a backstage role, the same as Bobby Roode did.
Mm.
That injury must be
Yeah,
must
It's
neck
sad.
injury.
must be serious. Yeah.
Sammy better at playing a heel who's not really a heel when he was in the bloodline. Yeah, he does do that really well. When he thinks he's like the hero of the story and he's just doing it all for wrong reasons. Well, they're doing it with Gunther too. They are doing it with Gunther, and it doesn't work for Gunther.
No.
The yeah, that overstayed his welcome. Danhausen, no,
Yeah, you
Danhausen,
leave Danhausen the fuck alone.
he is way over in the E right now.
He helped the
Even
Young get a
or
victory.
even in Saudi Arabia, that crowd was singing like they're all doing it. You are cursed. This is a country that doesn't speak English, and they know that shit. Uh,
I will say this: even when he came out in Baltimore at Raw
Bro.
that day, I was there. Okay, I mean, of course, I had a 5-year-old next to me who also was popping out of his mind. But yeah, all right, Baltimore loved Danhausen. Yeah,
so big shout outs to Focus Pro Wrestling. Last night they had their show. While AJ Cleary and Mike Rosso were wrestling, like fans were going like because at one point like one person one of them pointed and then just a couple of people, you are cursed. I was like, bro, this is an indie show, he not here. He used to be an indie wrestler, but he's not here.
That man
uh
is legitimately king of the indies.
F it, they let Mansoor win in Saudi because he is Saudi,
Yeah.
because he is Saudi Arabian. That's
yep,
why
yep.
they,
That's the
they
point he's
wanted
making. Yeah,
yep, he had a win streak there, right? He went like 4-0. He
Yeah.
didn't lose.
I think so. Actually,
I think
He
they
is.
wanted to line him up to do a match with Roman in Saudi while he was holding that title, and then Logan Paul showed up and got red hot, and they're like, "Nah, we're gonna put Logan with."
yeah, that is why that happened. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that. Yes.
Sorry for the foul language, Mama Evans. Uh, yeah, but the stupid stuff with Miz and Gargano, come on. I think the Gargano thing is kind of played out. The whole planking on everything and just laying there like a bum. I think that's kind of overdone. And then I don't know. I'm down with the Miz thing. The Miz and what was the other dude's name? The
Kit.
toxic. Yeah, Kit with Kit Wilson. I like that stuff right now. I'm gonna be fair.
What happened to his partner? Where's
Injury.
Homeboy? Oh, is he okay?
He was
Okay.
injured.
He's
Yeah.
injured. He's injured. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. He blew his shoulder, blew his knee somehow. Like
Yeah, and then it was worse than original. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
he had a setback after the surgery.
Yeah, after so yeah. All right. Oh, let's go on over to AEW. All right, Tony Khan has fans arguing once again. What's new? Not because of who won, but because of where it happened. All right, Kenny Omega has captured the AEW World Championship for a second time on Dynamite. beach break this past week, Wednesday night, and the wrestling world immediately was split into two camps. One side says that this is exactly how you make weekly television feel must watch. The other says championship moments like this belong on pay per view, where they're protected and feel truly special. It's a question that AEW has faced since day one. Should your biggest moments happen whenever the audience is watching, or should fans have to pay for some of these moments? Here's the question. Is AEW better when Tony Khan gives away pay-per-view caliber matches on free television, or is it hurting the value of the company's biggest events? Go ahead, Cliff.
Yo, tell these people to shut up, man. Like, are we serious? Like, we're gonna be like, oh man, like this is a pay per view caliber match, and it should just be on pay per view. Then why do I want to watch Dynamite? Why do I want to watch Collision if I know that the champion is always going to win, so that he's protected until the pay per view? Shut up, man. This is so dumb. Like, I want spontaneous things to happen on my shows, and I get it. You could be like, well, that's what the TNT Championship for. That's what the TBS Championship is for. It's for these moments. No, I want to see title changes happen on any show because then it makes it unpredictable, and I have to watch the show, right? So I'm gonna stand with Tony, right? I need some of these pay per view caliber matches. I'm going to I'm defending Tony in this one. I agree with the decision to pull the trigger and have Kenny and MJF on. I also appreciate when we get those matchups with the Continental Classics. Like, bro, they're
Yeah.
not all pay per view matches. Like, just because they're not for a title, like these matches could all main event any other match, right, bro?
Sure, all every last Continental Classic match can main event a pay-per-view. Absolutely, Cliff. Yes.
Every one of them.
Absolutely. You absolutely
So
right.
it's a dumb thing to put out there to be like, no,
He's spitting.
I don't like it. It's not.
Cliff spitting.
Like,
Cliff spitting, y'all. He's spitting. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep
this,
going, bro.
yeah, this is to me. It's dumb. It's a dumb thought process that like we have to complain about everything because not to be funny, man, but it's like no matter what this guy does, right, Tony, like no matter what he does, we always find something to bitch about. Like we got to. So he's giving away these great matches for free. Man, sorry, but you know what? I like it because I can watch what's happening and I pay attention to it. You to me, it's dumb, bro. Like it just chill out, especially because some of you are going to complain that you don't get enough big time matches on these shows to keep you invested in the show. So, what are we doing? What are we really talking about here?
Yeah, what can you say that Cliff did not just say?
I don't know. I was just about to say, well, all right, cool.
My
Next
my my only,
debate.
my only thing I have to add to this is why is it that we're complaining when AEW did it? Yet if we go back to the Attitude Era, how many times did the world title change on a SmackDown or Raw?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck out my face.
And if we want to, and guess what? Let's take it back. Not even that far. Let's just go 2 days before.
Raw. Thank
I
you.
was just about to say it.
We watched what? 2 titles change hands on Raw?
Yeah.
Exactly. And then if you want to go, on the opposite hand, if you want to go argue, well, if the world title, all right, cool. Well, you just had a world title, and they had a pay per view level match.
Yeah.
On that show, just like AEW did.
Yep.
Well, it wasn't on ITV, it was on Netflix. You had to pay for that account.
And guess what?
You have to pay for cable TV. Cable providers out here giving it to Verizon Fios magically fucking free. Come on now.
And even if you don't have cable, you have to have HBO Max subscription.
Guess what? $7.99 a month.
Oh man,
Fuck out of my face.
dumb.
I was literally about to say that. Yeah. So you really hit the nail on the head there, Cliff. And there's nothing else that I can say really. It's just yeah. We complained so much through the 2010s, all right, and the late 2000, like 2008, 2009, about how WWE held, championship title reigns only changed hands on pay-per-views. Very rarely did you even have a championship match on a Raw, on a SmackDown. And if you did, you already knew that, guess what? The champion was retaining. So We complained so much for 10 years, almost 15 years. Now we got a whole alternative. And guess what? WWE's adjusting because of the alternative. I don't care what anyone says. They are adjusting and they adjust their product because of AEW. It happened in 2020. All right. So, uh, get over it. This is what you wanted. You
I
asked for
just
this.
can't imagine. I just can't
Uh,
imagine just
be
going.
happy that guess what? When you come home from work, when you're about to, lay your head down and go to sleep, you watch your wrestling, you can suspend your disbelief for 15, and man, guess what? Maybe 30 minutes. They might go 30 tonight and put on a banger. And guess what? We'll probably maybe talk about this match in December.
Oh, we talking about it.
So, like, let's just calm down. Let's enjoy it and move on. Literally, move on. It's
Yeah,
no problem with it. It's literally, and like if you want to keep it a beam, shout out to Mr. Khan. All right, shout out to him for forcing WWE to follow suit and legitimately forcing the whole wrestling industry, at least the TV industry, wrestling industry, to change hands. So, big ups to Mr. Khan. Damien's probably rolling in his grave.
Good.
So,
yeah.
like,
Here's the thing, though. We forget
do
that
more
throughout
of it.
the whole.
Legit, do more of it. Do another one.
We
Run the
forget. We forget
rematch,
that there
Tony,
was.
next week. Run the rematch next week.
Bro.
But we forget so often about like when like Raw would be on and Sasha Banks and Charlotte would be wrestling on Raw and the title would switch hands from Charlotte to Sasha. And then they would go do some pay-per-view match and Charlotte would win it. And then they would go back to Raw and then what happened 2 weeks later, there's Sasha winning it back. And
I
then
remember
Charlotte
that.
would win
I
it at the
remember
next
that.
pay-per-view. Like
But that was
that was the whole thing that was happening.
I remember that. But we're not going to repat. Like that was just schizophrenic booking.
That was a
I'm
dark
just
time.
putting out
That
there
was
that
like yeah. That was a brief time where there was a lot of schizophrenic booking. I remember that
I,
very very
I
vividly.
don't care. My whole point is the WWE Raw Women's Championship or the
Yeah,
SmackDown Championship
yeah,
with switching hands
it
left, right,
was.
and center.
Yeah,
You know, I think because people got so used to, especially from like 2011 to the 2018, that black and gold era of NXT, like the title not really switching hand unless it was on an NXT takeover show. And I think fans just got too accustomed to that, right? Like here's Hunter, taping out 4 weeks out in advance of TV and then putting it out there on the TV. And then you would watch the shows and you'd enjoy what's happening. And then you go to takeover and you're watching Takeover, and then the title was switching hands, right? Or maybe a title was retained, but then like you were getting these big caliber matches on those shows, and I think fans just got accustomed to that. That there was an expectation that if Kenny and MJF are your biggest stars, then they have to be on. The title can only switch on a big time show, and it's like that's not the case.
right.
Like the whole point of a wrestling match is to win the match, right? You put a title on the line, it's to win the title. It's not to hey, let's have some screw job thing happen, and then we'll just put it on the pay per view and just make everybody pay for it. But this was a big time event too. Like we acting like you know Beach Break wasn't supposed to be a big time show in Jacksonville of all the places. They're back home. Like,
I should
so
have.
what are we doing? Like, what are
Yeah.
we talking about? Like, it's wild out. So that's why I was like, bro, y'all need to chill out. You just need to chill out. It's not like this was your average episode of Dynamite anyway.
Right. It was Beat Break. It's one of those special shows.
Yeah,
So like you expect something that you would that's basically a free pay per view. It's not really free because nothing's free in the world anymore. But like yeah, that's your free pay per view is AEW special shows that they do on the like Beach Break. Jeez,
We
Fight
don't
for
bitch
Fall.
about Saturday Night Main Event.
right.
Come on, talk to me. So like
Yeah.
anyway,
We
moving
got to a
on.
point where we feel like everybody's opinion is supposed to matter, and we need to get back to a point where we punch people in the face for their fucking dumbass opinions.
Well, let's start with the people in Washington. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, let's have it. Talk to him, Chaz. Talk to him.
Yeah, say. You know what? Say something pretty about it. Say something pretty
I'm
about it.
waiting.
I'm
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
want
gonna
to
say
hear it.
anything.
I want
I'm
to
not
hear
gonna
it.
say nothing. I
It
don't
don't
say
matter.
anything.
Two of
Talk
them
to
gonna
him.
brain dead anyway. Let's move on. Have a blessed week, guys. Bye, mom.
Bye, Mom.
Festus was much better. You know what the thing I didn't like about Festus though was that it was the whole Bell thing. Like, right? I love that character. I love the idea behind him. That I'm sorry. Let me repeat this. The Bell thing was a great. What I like about the Miz and I like about Kit is that this is going to lead to something different. And I saw the matches on the live shows already, and I'm really like a big fan of what they're doing. So I can't wait to see what how that's going to get sewn up and be a lot better. Goldberg and Hogan, not really. That'll put butts in seats, absolutely. Dude, you were 10 years old. uh,
How old were you, Chaz?
Wait, what year are we talking?
that would have been because you were talking about SmackDown. We were talking
That would
about
have been 09?
yeah,
2009. I was 13.
yeah. You're like 10.
Oh.
That they did that so that they did that so Charlotte can say that she had 10 championships. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
why.
that is true. Yeah, because he was filling up
Charlotte
the
is
title
going
ring.
to beat
Yeah,
that record.
And they stopped all that.
they
So
sure did. They stopped that real fast.
oh, you said 15 years ago. Yeah. True. Chaz would have been 15.
Yeah, 15 years ago, I was 15.
Like 11 team.
All right,
Yeah.
moving on.
Same
All right,
mustache.
for our final debate, we,
Fucking glue on mustache.
we are talking legacy. All right.
He would cut his hair. He would cut his hair and then glue it to the top. He would grow his hair out. I know, Chaz. It's not fair because your mom used to buzz your hair, but what you would do is then you would just take the shavings from the buzz and then you just like
Hot glue them.
hot glue them down. It was a little hot time.
You done?
You
No.
can really tell with you can really tell with the out there video of you.
What? Absolutely. We're moving on. Like I said, we're talking legacy for our final debate. All right. After more than 15 years in the WWE, Sheamus has done just about everything. All right, there is to accomplish. His contract, he did not renew his contract, and he is officially done with WWE. He's the first Irish-born WWE champion, Royal Rumble winner, King of the Ring, Money in the Bank, Grand Slam champion, multiple world titles, multiple classic matches, and somehow he still doesn't get mentioned in many all-time great conversations. Has Sheamus quietly built one of the greatest WWE careers ever, or is he simply a Hall of Famer whose resume doesn't quite reach that upper tier, right? So, is Sheamus one of the 25 greatest WWE wrestlers of all time, or has his career become underrated simply because fans have taken his consistency for granted? All right.
First, I'm gonna need you to walk this back. He is not a Grand Slam champion. He's a triple.
No,
crown
you're right.
champion.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. He didn't win
Never won the
won the
Intercontinental
IC.
Championship.
You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. He did not. You're right. Triple crown. My fault. You're right. I was about to say, well, yes, he's won every belt, but no, he did not. He didn't win that belt. Sorry. All right. I'll start this one off. Is Sheamus? Yes, he is. I think he
You
is.
say top 25?
Top 25
Okay.
of all time.
Okay.
I definitely think he
I'm not walking off the show. I'll be right back. But yes, keep going.
I'm not walking off the shot because it's very, very wild. Like how you asked it, top 25? Yeah, walks off. Anyway, yeah. Look, so he sneaks in top 25. I think you can make the case he's between 25 and 20. I don't think he goes past 20, but you gotta really look at Sheamus and look and Sheamus's body of work, especially in the beginning of Sheamus's run. Sheamus came in and kicked the crap out of John Cena and dethroned John Cena during John Cena's height, during John Cena's peak. All right, and not many young, upcoming heels can say that they have a championship victory over John Cena during peak Super Cena. And this is during an era of right when this is right in the thick of the PG era. So this is John Cena's era, and you telling me you got this dominant heel, and everything that Sheamus was throwing at him, he made work. When he finally got rid of the Celtic Warrior and went to the tag team with Cesaro, that the bar, which wasn't supposed to work, that they just threw them together, and they probably became one of WWE's best tag team in that era. Like, Sheamus does not get a lot of credit that is definitely due to him. All right, and so I definitely think that Sheamus is definitely top 25. I mean, let's be for real. Even when Sheamus was working in not just a babyface, but it's his heel work when he was with that terrible group called the League of Nations. He was the outstanding person in that entire group.
It really was.
And that group had so much, could have been so good. Oh, it could have been so good. So I definitely think I definitely put Sheamus up there. He's definitely a Hall of Famer in my book. He's a Hall of Famer. Top 25, absolutely. What you got, Twitch?
Yeah, I agree with you, man. You can make the argument 20 to 25. You go back and look at his body of work, like you said, Royal Rumble winner, Money in the Bank winner, King of the Ring winner, beat the shit out of John Cena when he first showed up.
Bro, I think
An amazing fucking promo with Santino Marella, the fucking Tea Party. Come on now. He can work in any environment you put him in. You want to put him in a comedy role? We saw him make it work with Santino Marella. You want to put him in a serious role? We watched it happen when he beat the shit out of John Cena. It works. Tag team, The Bar. We just talked about it. That era, one of the greatest tag teams. The fucking fans ate that shit up.
his mohawk,
His
mohawk,
fabulous
and the braided beard
chef kiss.
got over.
I think we overlook him too much because, yes, his mic skills are not what we would consider to be all that great. He is not that great of a talker. But his wrestling backs it up enough that I think we don't have to worry about the mic skills with him. Even outside of WWE, if you watch his Celtic workouts, he's out there still helping younger talent and shit like that. It's not like he's like, oh, okay, I did what I need to do. I'm done with WWE. Fuck off. We see him still helping the younger talent and giving them pointers. And that, to me, alone puts you in one of the greatest of all times when you're willing to get back to the younger talent.
Yeah, and I want to just the counterpoint. Like I forgot to mention, the stuff that Sheamus did even the past couple of years puts him up there.
With, like, Fight Night and all that?
I'm talking, his matches with Gunther.
Yeah.
His matches with Drew. All right? All the Brawling Brute stuff. Like, they stopped looking at him as just this big brawler and started really appreciating the in-ring work that Sheamus has done. Like, Sheamus didn't ride nostalgia.
No, he just adapted.
He did not ride nostalgia. Like, and that's the thing. I think that really when we sit there and look at it, and like when I was thinking about my stance, when I was like, Sheamus throughout this entire WWE run, like it sucks that he won't be a WWE lifer. Like I do find that like that whole thing of the whole situation sucked because he definitely could have been a WWE lifer. He's been there 15 freaking years, you know. But like he wrestled so well that like literally fans changed their minds.
I wasn't the biggest fan of him at first.
I remember when Sheamus debuted. I remember when he was on ECW. He was on ECW for like 3 weeks, and then he beat the crap out of John Cena. And I was like, wait a minute, that's that kid guy from ECW. I remember all of Sheamus' stuff, and like Sheamus is so underrated. Just so underrated. There's like not many people who can check the box that Sheamus does, and he checks literally every box.
This comment bugs the fuck out of me. The being a jobber to the stars, because he was a jobber for the longest time, but he was still a star in his own right.
Yeah.
Like, you can't take somebody who's a triple crown champion and be like, "Oh, you ain't shit." Why else would you have won the Royal Rumble? Why else would you have been King of the Ring, Money in the Bank? Like, you didn't win the title from a slouch.
Right, and I know, and a lot of people like to bring up the 18-second WrestleMania match with DB.
So what?
And they bring up the early, like he got the rocket strap on early, the Triple H guy. Like, fine, yeah, but like that was 10 years ago.
Seth Rollins. You're seeing it. You saw that with Seth Rollins.
But like even it, and even the Seth Rollins thing, it was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
It was
They're still
over 10 years ago.
literally over 10 years ago. Take that stuff out, and let's just say you take that part of that career, you stop it there, you never happens, and you still start the career from after that fact and to now. It's still a Hall of Fame worthy career.
Yeah.
Like everything, and like I said, everything got over. The Celtic Warrior, the League of Nations, like it didn't get over. I mean, it didn't get over, but it could have worked.
Not over.
Like the Brawling Brutes, everything got over. Like every single version of Sheamus found an audience. Like he got to like it. Yeah, you gotta like when you're a heel, you gotta lose to the babyface. You gotta lose, you know. But like Sheamus is like man. Think about it like this. Think about it like this, right? Name me another WWE superstar, right? For probably let's go to the last 15 years, who's been relevant for over 15 years, succeeded as a heel, babyface, in singles, tag team, and won almost every major accomplishment there is. Reinvented himself multiple times and still gets huge reactions. That's not named Chris Jericho.
Seth Rollins.
Cool. That's cool. All right, that's one. That's a good one. That was my other point. I said not Chris Jericho. I go Seth Rollins. That's one.
Roman Reigns.
I don't know about the reinvented multiple.
I feel like you basically just told me to go sit in the fucking corner.
There's not many. There aren't many. I don't know about the reinvent multiple times. Roman's only reinvented himself once, and that was from the Tribal Chief. Because even Big Dog
from the Shield,
the Shield and Big Dog is the same thing, bro. No,
Yeah.
you can't tell me that's not. Even to the
Alright.
music, they didn't even change the music.
I'm still gonna go Roman because he's done it. I'm still counting Roman. Okay?
Yeah, but my point being is that there aren't many.
The
The
Miz.
Miz.
I wouldn't even consider Miz, but now that you say that, I like that.
The Miz.
That's a good one. But my point being is that there aren't many of them.
No, yeah.
So like, I absolutely think
Eddie
Sheamus is
Guerrero.
top 25, and not because he had the biggest peak, but like nobody's had a career with that much longevity and versatility.
Kevin Owens.
Unless of a person. But you think of this, the people who you, but also think of the names that we're talking about, who we're saying: Seth Rollins,
Goats.
Roman Reigns, Chris
Daniel
Jericho,
Bryan.
Daniel Bryan. Like you're putting him up there
AJ
with
Styles.
names of people who we go,
Exactly.
that's
AJ.
this generation's standard.
Yeah. No, I got you. All right, here's what I'll say. I think it's crazy that we're saying that he is at top 25. I think it's crazy.
You put him lower.
But where
No,
you putting him?
absolutely not. I think it's disrespectful that we say he's top 20. I think you can argue your way inside the top 15 for Sheamus. When we talk about consistency of his character getting over, each version of him getting over, we talk about, you be like, yeah, his promos when he first started weren't that great. Cool. Neither was Roman. Neither was John.
Fuck.
Neither was,
Nobody.
Nobody was over. But once they got comfortable in the ring and got comfortable with that character side, they were over. You mentioned the thing with Santino for a while, right? He was over, right? I think it's crazy that we're also not acknowledging the fact that this man, like, even like after year 4 in the ring, was like understanding where the crowd was and the vibe was going, and he was getting more and more crowd reactions, and just driving the crowds into wanting to see a brogue kick or wanting to see the Irish curse, and then like he had the Texas cloverleaf that he was doing for a while. Like he had all these moves. What was it? White noise. He would change his finisher up, and the crowd was still popping for like new finishers and stuff. I just think that when it comes to somebody like him, you're talking about a guy who's very versatile. He's able to be, and he was, and let's be fair, his first few years very stiff in the ring, and as he got wiser in the ring, he was just a smash, bro. And when he had that first promo, right? This is how much I loved watching Sheamus's work. Was when John Cena was holding the title, and he had that. He was jacked, he was tan, you know what I mean. And Jesse Ventura is there putting over John Cena. Hey man, you got the tan, you got the look, you got corporation right on you. You know, you're looking stout. You can do all the things. But this guy here's got the hunger. He's got the grind. He don't have to have the machine behind him. He just does it on his own. He beats up people, and that's the kind of guy I like. And when Jesse Ventura cut that promo, I was like, I'm a Sheamus fan for life because of that promo. And Sheamus has never let down from that point. Like we watched the versions of him. You guys mentioned the bar. Like, let's talk about it. Like that best of 7 series match with Cesaro,
Fucking
bruh,
phenomenal.
on point. Like we were like, bro, this is crazy. Every match was getting better and better and better and better and better. And credit to both, right? Both these guys were tearing down the house, but we just kept seeing it, right? And then they put them together as a tag team, and then they started, tearing it down. The bar, we are the bar. They had, like, bro, the
Literally
only
had the fans chanting the bar.
yeah, they were a heel tag team, and they're over as a babyface. Like the more you
Literally
think about,
for three, and that group was only three. That tag team was only 3.5 years.
Yeah.
yeah, and it was. And WWE acknowledges them as like one of the greatest tag teams in WWE history. And mind you, where you put them, I don't know. I'm just saying, WWE, they were only put together for that long that they're that over that WWE had to put them in their top 50. So to me, it's like, what are we talking about? Like, why are we over here talking about this man as if his career was is in the top 25, and granted that's a great place to be, but to me, when you win the Royal Rumble, when you win the Money in the Bank, when you win King of the Ring, when you win the WWE Heavyweight Championship, when you win the World Heavyweight Championship, when you win the US Championship, and then you have banger matches with that, you win multiple tag titles, like, you gotta elevate up. Nobody else has done King of the Ring, Royal Rumble, and Money in the Bank. Nobody else. It's been Sheamus. He's been the guy. I think there's another one in there too that I'm forgetting that he won that like was considered like the outside of like the Grand Slam champion was another Grand Slam championship. And there was one more that I can't remember whether he was like a Soul Survivor or something like that. But he's done everything that you can do outside of win the Intercontinental Championship. This man had a banger match. Like, we talk about DB with the 18-second match, bruh. We was all popping for it. We all loved that. The fact that we saw Daniel Bryan get his head kicked in. We're like, yeah, that was cool. I just think to me, and the fact that he was so willing to give back and to help develop new stars with the resume that he had was awesome. Like, so to me, I think like arguing him being outside, at least if not inside the top 15, is crazy that we're saying just top 25.
I think top 15 is bold. I'm being honest. I think yeah, I think 15 is bold. Like that's just like because look, are you putting Sheamus over Triple H
Yes.
Well, Triple H, yeah,
over Randy Orton,
no,
Randy, who?
Edge?
No, not Edge.
All
But
right,
there,
Kurt Angle, Punk, Brett,
Punk, yes.
Brett.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Undisputed.
excellence of execution. But let's be fair, the career that Sheamus had, I would rival that up to Brett's.
So, Chaz, here is the reason that I'm agreeing with Cliff and putting him over those people. He's right. Not many people have won the trifecta, King of the Ring, Royal Rumble, and Money in the Bank. I just Googled it. 3 people have done it, and he's on that list.
Who's the other two?
Edge and Brock Lesnar.
Ah, okay, cool. So the Edge, all right, Brock, okay.
There you go.
No, I can't.
Oh, Brock did win Money in the Bank. Yes, he did. He did. I was like, wait, Brock?
Brock in the Bank.
Yeah, Brock and yeah, with the beat, the boom bop. Yeah. Oh, okay. So all right, look, I got Sheamus comfortably in my top 25. Like it's
Knowing
just
what I know now, I put him in my top 20.
it's just 15 gets really crowded when you start talking 15 because once you start talking
Absolutely.
15, you start talking about Mount Rushmore level careers.
Yeah,
And so, like, you know,
absolutely.
Cena, Austin, Rock, Hogan, Taker, what, Shawn, Brett, Rick, Batista, probably Roman, Bruno Savage, you know, all that. That's just
See, you're
that's
you're
hard
you're
because
naming like top 10 people when I'm still looking at 15 to 20.
all right, well then, but I mean, like, I don't know, I think there's 15 people that I put above Sheamus comfortably. I feel like I can name 15 wrestlers.
I want you to make that list and send it to me.
I will. I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do
Okay.
that.
I no. I want
Because
you.
that's
I
hard.
want
That's
you to
really
name.
hard to
Okay.
say because
No,
you
no, no,
look
no, no.
at it.
It's you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. No, name me the 15.
Ooh.
Okay.
Don't write it down because here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna start writing it, and then you're gonna start trying to justify. Go ahead, name me 15.
All right. Well. All right. Off rip. Cena, Austin, Rock. I hate him, but Hulk Hogan, Taker, Shawn, Triple H,
You're struggling.
Randy Orton,
You're struggling.
Kurt Angle,
6 more.
Randy Savage. I put Randy up there. Did I say Rick?
Yeah, you already said Rick.
Is that Rick? Okay. Did I say Taker?
Yep.
Yep. There.
Rey Mysterio,
Okay.
Bret Hart, CM Punk, Edge, Kurt Angle.
You already
I
said
said
Kurt.
Angle. I said Kurt. I said Kurt.
You knocked out the whole Attitude Era in like the first 5.
I know.
Bro, just accept it. Just it's
Daniel
okay to.
Bryan. I put Daniel Bryan up there.
Okay.
That's fine. And we just told you too that both Twitch and I would agree that we would put Sheamus over. And I'll give you. I'm not gonna give you Hunter, right? And I have my reasons behind that one. But we said definitely Brett, and we said who's the other one that we named it? We would put over. We put him over. It was definitely Brett was first,
I
and
said Brett. Who does? Nah. See,
I forget who the other person.
Brett
Anyway,
Angle. I said Brett, Kurt, CM Punk.
CM Punk. That was the other one that we said.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do like.
Time out real quick. Time out. I cannot let this egregious comment go back. Mr. Golden, you really put fucking Christian above Sheamus. I want to know what strain of weed you're smoking because it's got you fucked up.
So, I'm looking over like all the stuff that he's like writing here, but to me, like when I look at Sheamus, I like Sheamus' body's work. I love his promos that he does. When he does cut promos, he does cut good promos, especially towards the end, man. And the funny thing is that like even when Drew was talking about the burger after burger after burger after burger, that was Sheamus. Sheamus gave him that line, like to say. So I'm just looking. I'm like, bruh, like to me, like this dude is smashing the promos and he's tearing it up. Like he was tearing it up. So I don't know. I don't agree that he's not in my top 15. And I'll be fair, he's not 15, but he's definitely not in top 10. Like I could be honest about that. But
I gotta
Yeah.
see because I want to know this too, and because I also want to know this. And I'm with Mr. Golden on this one. I want to know how are y'all putting Sheamus above Triple H. I want to know that
You
as
want my
well.
honest opinion?
I do, yes, because I think
Because I
that's
think if
crazy.
Triple H didn't marry who he married, his career wouldn't be what it was.
But he was
No,
wait
no,
a
no,
sec. No, because he
no,
was
no, no, no,
halfway there even
no, no,
before
no.
he was
Let me,
banging
let me,
Stephanie.
let me say it the way I'll say it differently. I'll say it differently. I don't mind DX Triple H. Okay. But my problem is this: every time Triple H was going to be the man, somebody else was in the shadows, or somebody was already over him. He was always in somebody else's shadow. He was never standing on his own. We can look at Sheamus and be like, there was an era where Sheamus was either the top heel or the top babyface. You cannot say the same about Hunter.
What?
Yeah, hey, David by himself, not with a group, by himself. What was the attitude that it was the Triple H era? Because if it wasn't for the Evolution era, if it wasn't for the
McMahon
Authority era,
helped with
if it
it.
wasn't for the DX era, if it wasn't for like this is what I'm saying, the click, right? If it wasn't for these eras, he's not over.
You can't
He's
find a
not
time
over.
where he did it on his own.
Find me the time. Find me the time where it was just Triple H.
When he was WWE champion and he was on SmackDown.
He had Shawn.
No, he did not have Shawn.
When?
Shawn was gone. Shawn
Was
was
Shawn
not
gone?
there. This is when yeah, because Vicky was still running SmackDown. He was battling Edge. That was the whole thing with and Big Show. And no, you talking about what's? Stop talking this foolishness. You want talking about something he's not over? Get out of
Listen,
here.
I'm just saying, as when I
What?
look at it,
What? He was over in 2005 when he was fighting John Cena at WrestleMania. There's no Shawn then. Get up out my face, bro. That's no. That's
was that not?
you're
Was that
bugging.
not? Was that not the triple threat match? with
No,
Shawn?
that was not the triple threat match. That was him versus one-on-one John
See
Cena.
what I mean? See what I mean? Where I'm sitting there like, yo, when was the time that I remember seeing Hunter and let me think here. There was that time where he did with the Austin tag team, right? And then he got hurt. Then he had the match with him and Taker and Shawn, Hell in a Cell, end of an era match, right? That was a good one too. There was the other match that he had where it was uh, him, Shawn, and Chris Benoit, right?
So you're
at
not. Oh,
WrestleMania.
so him and
I'm
Rock
just
don't have.
putting out there
So him
that
and Rock didn't have a
whenever I
match.
look at my point being is
So
that,
him and Foley didn't have the match. All right, come on
bruh,
now, Cliff. Come on,
come
come
on.
on, come
At that point in
on,
time, Foley was
come
red hot, bruh.
on, come on,
I'm
bro.
just saying.
Don't
Wait,
do
and
Shane,
that. Don't do that.
what
Don't
Foley?
do that because you're specifically
he
not
wasn't.
saying
He
it.
wasn't.
He didn't have a the match with Austin. The match with Angle. Are we like skipping 94 to 2000?
You mean
literally
when he
asked,
had DX or the McMahon
Even when
Helmsley
he didn't
era?
have
Or
DX.
he was a part of the Ministry of Darkness? Come the fuck on.
All right, well then fine it. No, let's go about
the
2005.
corporation.
Let's go from 2000. No, just 2005
So
and
1 year.
2004.
1 year.
4 to 5 after Evolution.
365 days. Out of a
I'm
how many
just
year
saying.
And then
period?
give
You
me
asked.
'08
Hey,
to
listen.
2012 when he was on SmackDown.
You asked my opinion. You asked my opinion.
Ah, and
I
it was the
gave you
worst
my
decision
opinion.
I ever asked. Was
Really?
I
Because
don't believe that.
I've said some pretty egregious things on this show.
crazy.
But to say
This
to
is
look at,
crazy.
but even okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. Even if we gave you Hunter, right? Even if we gave you Hunter, right? Still talk to me about Brett, and still talk to me about uh
It's Bret
not
freaking Hart.
He's perfect. So,
the excellence
Right.
of execution.
I'm a
Absolutely.
Sean guy. I'm a Sean guy, and I'm still good. I'm still putting Brett over Sheamus, and that's no disrespect to Sheamus.
Right. But that's
But
why, and
like
that's why. So,
what?
Mr. Golden, you asked him a question. I gave you my answer. I was just talking about. I
This is
felt like
insane.
for Hunter to be the guy, he had to be in a faction.
Okay. All right,
You asked a
pal.
question. You asked a question. I gave you my answer. That's my thought process.
Okay.
it's a hard one to argue, man.
That's
Hold
crazy.
on. He's not even in my top 50. He wasn't even top 10 in his prime. I mean, I can still be fair because, in that time, even in his prime, I'll say this. in his prime, and this is where like we have to, and I have to really take an honest look at me saying it, because I'm not including I in my mind, right? This is the person that again, another person underrated that we don't talk about a lot. JBL belongs in that same kind
Oh
of
yeah.
category. I mean,
Yep.
Oh
like
yeah.
we're not really
Yes.
talking because we understand like Hunter, and we understand like we're gonna put in all these other guys, but like JBL is not really gonna be a part of the conversation. He was a complete badass, right? We're not talking about RVD, right? Jeff, like Chaz named 15 wrestlers, and you already saw the list of people who was not mentioned on that list. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Sami Zayn, again, guy who we just got to talk about. Where's he ranking in our top? You know what I mean? So let's see. Wow, top 25 tag team, maybe higher. He's naming off people now. So KO. Sheamus was bigger. Was a bigger Dolph Ziggler. Ah, I don't know. Dolph is again another person very underrated. Dolph.
Yeah.
If I could walk out, I would. I mean, there's an X button. Being a jobber to the stars. This is the one that we were talking about. So these are the later stars that we're talking, like the Romans, the Drews, the Damian Priest, right? Seth Rollins, right? So all these guys that are coming up and up, right? Gunther, right? We're talking about these are the guys who are now carrying the company, and for him to lose, not really job, but to him to lose to these guys, he already has a pedigree, so he's pretty much bulletproof. He doesn't need to put himself over to make
Elevate
himself
himself.
better, right? I mean, at the end of his career, see, that's what I'm talking about. Owens, Sammy, R-Truth. Oh, he's naming people that have changed up their characters here at this point.
Okay.
R-Truth. Yeah, but R-Truth's like, I don't know.
I can't really say.
R-Truth's heel character was not as good as his face character. I liked his heel character for Capital Punishment. I did not like his other character because they didn't flesh it out. Like they were the
KO is
whole.
another one. Like babyface KO is fucking awkward.
Yeah.
I no, I'll be fair. I like Babyface KO when he's addressing the weirdness of things that are not being addressed.
That's
Like,
about the only time I like it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Miz, we said that. We
Yeah.
we acknowledge him. Nakamura never really got over as a heel. People
No,
love him,
that
but that was because of his song, not because of him.
the entrance was cool. The song was not.
No, I'm talking about that first
Oh, with the homeboy
Yes,
playing the
oh,
violin and
yeah, that was
that
oh,
was fire.
everybody loves that song, bruh.
Yeah.
And that's why like you killed this good thing to like try to change it up and bring in like this new evil kind of Nakamura, and it didn't pan out. Sheamus is more over than Chaz on a good day, but he will be missed. That's crazy. This is our show. He's not over on our show. Edge,
He's
I
not.
would say Edge is character as a heel, absolutely, and as his face character, I would agree that that's a character that we could talk about that change it up. He didn't get over by himself until this banger era. He was over by himself before the banger era. I'll say that.
Yeah.
That's not true. That he was definitely over before the banger era.
Yeah, I did like his ride along with Cesaro. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, that was great. I was gonna say
Ragdoll.
he had a whole crowd chanting "Fella."
Right. But so the thing, and here's what's funny is I remember there's like one subtle detail they changed one time, right, for WWE, and it was during a championship match. It was like his first or second year in the business, right? Remember he used to wear the green sleeve all the time, right? And during the championship one, they had him wear a red one, and I popped for it because I thought that was so cool. And they're like, it means like for prestige and the title and blah 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 blah, and that you're gonna die for the championship. And I was like, yeah, that's cool. I just like the red one.
Yeah.
It was just a subtle change, and I was like, I'm here for it. But he was still wearing like I think he was still wearing black tights. He might have been wearing like green tights with the red
I think it
gauntlet.
was
And I was
green
like, I was here
tights.
for it. Mohawk Sheamus was lit, absolutely. 24/7 title, no. Uh, top 25 is someone you would pay to see, in honest opinion. Sheamus was not that for me. I will be fair. I would pay to see Sheamus.
Yeah, I would have paid to see Sheamus.
With Sheamus over Trips. So yeah, I argued my point. Yeah, so
Yeah,
you
yeah,
already heard that.
yeah,
No, 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 no.
yeah.
Sheamus doesn't hold a candle to any of them.
You're smoking drugs.
At least Zayn, Owens, Big Show. Do we agree with Big Show being in the top 15? This is madness. Colin Delaney? Sorry, no.
Bro, stop. Like, he's
That
just
is
throwing shit out
that
there.
is that is that is some
No,
big beat
all
hype.
right, he's being funny. He's being funny.
Big Show.
Okay.
Kofi, I see. That's another one. Another underrated wrestler that no one really gives credit to. Him, Shelton Benjamin, like another one that doesn't get the credit that he deserve. Right?
See, I feel like Shelton does, just not by any
Kind of.
company he works for.
Yeah. We acknowledge him,
We
but like if
acknowledge
you were
it.
to say,
That's all that
but if you were to
matters.
say, hey, let's put him in the top 50, top 25. Would you put him in top 25? He probably sit just outside the top 25.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
Mm.
Top 25? God, see, I put him at like 26, like right on the edge of 25.
he's on the brink. He's
Yeah.
right on the outside. He's right on the
Yeah.
outside. Because like now I'm really kind of now just kind of curious that like
I'm
I
making
don't
that
want anybody changing their names. I want people just writing their names down and just seeing where they put the next person in. So they're gonna be like, I don't want to like if I was to make a list like because I know if Lou was here, Lou would be arguing that Sheamus is not in the top 25. He'd be telling us that we're all smoking drugs,
Yeah.
and then I would ask him to name his top 25, and he would purposely put Sheamus at 26.
Oh, of course.
like Christian, Mark Henry. See, Mark Henry, not a
Mark
top.
Henry
I
doesn't
don't
get
know if Mark
love.
Henry is the top 25 guy.
Yeah.
Sexual Chocolate was not over, unfortunately. As much as we love it, actually, it was what was after Sexual Chocolate was not over. But when he came out to uh, the 3-6 Mafia theme song, absolutely. Let's see, Mark
I'm
Henry,
retired. World's strongest slam, John Cena.
bruh, greatest moment ever. You know what they say about opinions? Yeah, that ours is right. Uh, I want to know how you put Sheamus over Trips. I already
We already
said.
told
You could say that about Sheamus being Trips' boy too. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. But here's the funny part about it, right? At some point in time, like Sheamus was either gonna have to float on his own or he was gonna sink. And not only did he float, my man was winning races on his own. Like
Yeah.
You could say Trips found him in the gym and yeah, like gave him the shot, but he could have sucked ass. And you know what's a perfect example of that, Chaz? You know what's a perfect example of that? Bret Hart versus Tom, uh, the one where they were talking about dude. They had the dude. He was lined up, going to be a world champion. They had the ID on him, and they gave him to Bret Hart, and Bret like broke out a match to him, and dude was freaking out. He's like, "All right, well, you're gonna have to listen to every single word I say." And Bret put this dude over, made him look like $1,000,000. And then they put that dude, Tom something, I forget his name. Y'all can put it in the comments. But that dude went and wrestled another match the next night, and they're like, "Well, why isn't he doing as good as he was with Bret?" And then he wrestled the next match, and then they cut that dude out of the business. And then Bret Hart stayed. They talk about this match every once in a while, and I see WWE put a documentary about it too. I just can't remember what that dude's name is. You can say that about the Samoans, other than Roman tag teams only. I don't know any Samoan that I would put above Roman right now. I'd have to go back and really look at it.
That's a long list.
It's a long list. I'd have to look at. I mean, Dwayne, that might be number one. That might be the one. I'll put Red Dog ahead of Daniel Bryan. Absolutely not. Don't do that. That's wild. Absolutely not. Benoit and Eddie. See, those are names that we also did not mention. That's where we have to go. Ha, Ray, of course. You're not putting little Jimmy over Sheamus. That's wild. She's Shelton in the top 25. That's what I'm saying. Like we don't know what we would have to do. The Hall of Pain, absolutely. The Hall of Pain was over. Jericho. See, and that's who you didn't list. That's who you wasn't listing. You never said Jericho in your top 15.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Shame upon you.
I was purposely not picking Jericho.
Shame upon you.
Yeah.
Yo, 16.
You.
Chris Jericho. You. Okay, maybe Umaga. Umaga wasn't okay. So Umaga was definitely
But
overrated.
Umaga was also two different things before he was Umaga.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was two different things before he was Umaga.
He was what? He was
Hey,
in
but to
3 minute.
be
He
fair,
was in
man,
3 minute warning, and he was something else.
3 minute warning, bro. Let's be fair. So underrated.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh man, just Rosie and Jamal.
Superhero.
But when they hit Lillian
That's right. Yeah.
Garcia,
Who,
when they hit,
who was Umaga? He was. Yeah, no, he was there. He was somebody else. He was three. No, he was in 3 minute warning and it was somebody else. If I'm not mistaken.
I don't. He was. Yeah, I thought he was like a. Was it a Head Shrinkers 2 or something like that? He was like in a tag team like that.
Yeah, maybe. He was in a tag team, and then it was the 3 minute warning.
Wasn't he the dumbass superheroes in training with the hurricane?
No, that was Rosie.
No, that's Rosie. That's
Okay.
Roman's brother. Yeah.
Yeah. Who was also lit too. Like he worked so well, and they
Bro,
told him,
the list of Samoans. It's
bruh. But they told so. Also, sorry, I know we're gonna be over on time. I don't care. It's our show. They named him the superhero in training because they're trying to say that he was the shit, like that he was just terrible. I was like, bruh, I've got to go back and watch Rosie's matches because I don't remember, but I remember watching him work and I thought that he was like electric. Like, but maybe I'm just misremembering it because it's been so long, and I want him to be good. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
All right.
Chaz is done with this. He's like, all right,
I'm over this show
guys
now.
ruined my mood because they put Sheamus in the top 15.
I think that's insane. I think that is absolutely insane, and I'm gonna stick by that one.
That's
Like-
fine. I know.
Yeah, you were dead serious about it, and you had evidence and like legit like some type of rapport to back it up, and I
he
just
swayed me.
like as I was listening because I wanted to I really wanted to hear what your take was on like how can you do this. It literally I got so annoyed and I was like, oh no. Yeah, I'm glad this was the last topic because that made me so upset and annoyed me. I'm over this show. So look, on that note, shout out to all of you for watching this one. This is definitely a good episode right here. Make sure you hit that follow button on all your favorite social media platforms. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that like button on Facebook. Hit that like button and follow button on Twitch. Hit that follow button on X. All of that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Buy our fucking merch.
I was just about to say that in a nicer way, but yeah, what he said. You can get this one right here on Pro Wrestling Tees, and you can get that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
on
For
you
your
get
wear.
that on For Your Wear, just like you get all of our updated merch, and you can get this shirt whenever the guy puts it up. Whenever he puts it up.
Wait till we get that cease and desist.
That's probably why it hasn't been up there yet. But it'll be up there soon, folks. So definitely look out for that on foryourwear.com. Yeah. Watch another episode, please. Just
Yeah.
we've
Watch
been on a
last
roll.
week's
We've been on a
episode.
roll the past couple of weeks, so go back and watch last week's episode, and then go watch the week before that. Like the whole month, like the summer kicked in, and we've been on a roll with these debate shows. So you just go watch since from the start of May.
I can't wait to see some of you IWC marks try to come after me after I made all the great points I made. Piss off.
Well, it seems like I'm the one who picked.
Hey, thanks for checking out this episode of the 3 Count Podcast. If you like this and you want more 3 Count Podcasts, go on over to our YouTube page, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button so you never miss when we put out a video. Also, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, all things social media, 3 Count Pod, _X, 3 Count Pod, everything else. Also, make sure you buy our merch at foryourwear.com and prowrestlingtees.com. Also, you know what? Just watch another video right now. Like, right now, I'm gonna walk away and you're gonna play another video.